Well, friends, it's 4 weeks into the wipe cycle. Rats are doing rat things, Chads are snorting G Fuel and W keying towards every gunshot. Oh, and now player scavs are forming screaming Russian mobs on the streets of Reserve thanks to VoIP. It's a beautiful time. Things really aren't going that bad so far, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't approaching that first stretch of boredom. You have good days and bad days, well, more bad days, but who's counting, right? Regardless of how one night ends, every day in Tarkov seems like a fresh start. A mini reset, if you will. Flushed away are the previous day's transgressions and heartbreaks. Well, it was one of these mornings after a night of frustration that I was roaming the hills and streets of Shoreline. Minding my own business, of course, looking for scavs to kill for a quest when all of a sudden it hit me. We see all these PMCs dressed as scavs, and every time you see a scav dressed as a PMC, you don't realize it until after you've looted the body. Where are you going with this, Sav? Well, what would happen if we gave a scav a makeover? No, I'm not talking about giving away kits. On the contrary, actually, I'm talking about taking kits from dead PMCs. PMCs that would stop their chatting long enough to loot a juicy-looking body. But not just any body, a bait body. Okay, my friends, this is another how-to that will change your perspective of Tarkov. It's honestly some of the most fun I've had playing this game, but remember the risk versus reward speech in the last video. This inherently applies here. The idea behind the strategy is simple, but a little complex, so there's a few moving parts. Everything has to go right in order to pull this off, but it's extremely rewarding. So I'm going to walk you through it, but first, if you don't mind, click the thumbs up for me. The algorithms are crazy, and you guys came through on the last video with the views, and I seriously cannot thank you enough. I love making these videos, and I want you guys to know how much I really appreciate your support. You guys are awesome. Okay, so first things first, grab your handy dandy camper kit that we made in the last video. Basically, something with some power and some range. Next, we go to the fleet and look for cheap gear you would see a PMC wear. Now, you only need 1 or 2 sets, so find the damaged stuff. Remember, you're not wearing it, it's just a lure. If you don't have the fleet yet, do your best to piece something together that resembles a kit. So the gun can be busted, and you don't need to put any ammo in the mag, so don't go crazy. We just need to stop a passerby. Honestly, what I found works is a TC2002 helmet, the M32 headset, a mask, and a cheap gun that kind of looks good but isn't. But the most important part is actually a big backpack. So I chose the Pilgrim because it stands out. It's like a beacon for the Chads. Also, be sure to insure the entire bait kit, and I'll explain why here in a minute. So the next thing, you want to go to any map of your choice. The beautiful thing about this strat is it works everywhere. I chose customs just because of the pathing and the choke points. On customs, you have a much higher likelihood of a player seeing your bait. A good spot's actually over by the bridge between dorms and Big Red. Now, scavs always spawn there, and most importantly, you can kill them in the open. Now, there are 2 important things to note when setting your trap. 1, the scavs need to have dull clothing on. The ones with the bright red, like sleeves and stuff, aren't going to fool most people. We want the other players to think it's an unlooted PMC, remember. Secondly, it helps tremendously if the scavs fall face first. This way, the Pilgrim will stick high in the air, just begging to be rummaged through. Once you have the scav down, be quick about the switcheroo. Take the scav stuff off and ditch it nearby, and then load them up. Bingo, now your trap is set. Run off to a safe spot that you have sightlines on the body but won't be seen. Become the bush Wookie. Now we wait, be patient. If your setup is good, it's only a matter of time. When the moment arrives and you spot the Chad, hold your fire until he's prone on the body. If he passes it up, you should let him go. He may come back or he may not, but you just took all that time setting it up. There's no reason to chase him down and potentially die, so wait for the next opportunity. Bam, you've killed the Chad. Now what? You wait some more. Now you have 2 bait bodies. If you rush right over there, 3 out of 5 times you'll die. Chads have Chad friends. Remember that. Wait until the last 10 minutes of the raid, take the long way around, and when you get there, start a rat stash. Now, what's a rat stash, you ask? It's when you grab everything and take it to your little nest and drop it. You go back for the rest until you have a nice little pile of goodies you can Tetris your way through in a safe location. Now here's the best part. You can use the Pilgrim to carry everything out. Now I recommend keeping a mule on hand in your gamma just in case you get heavy with the cheese, but once you're loaded up, head straight for extract. Now rinse and repeat, my friends. Tarkov is a cruel place. Show no mercy. God knows the Chads won't. Thanks for watching, guys. Take a second and tell me what you think down in the comment section. If you've tried this out and you've had success, please tell me about it. Now share your ideas and let's make life harder for the Chads. Sav out.